Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and quite unusually for a We've Played preview, I'm joined by Felix.
Hey, I'm really glad to be here, Alex, because yes, we have played Mario Party Jamboree, Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Absolutely, we have, in two separate locations, but we believe we've played essentially the same preview, and we're going to, as we so often do, tell you our thoughts about it. And I do want to preface this by saying that we have got our own capture, which you're looking at right now, but unfortunately we are limited on how much we can show you, so it's going to be interspliced with things like trailers. No doubt some of our own gameplay is going to be repeated as well. We're just doing what we can. We're showing you the maximum we can, so please understand. But anyway, Felix, quick thoughts. What did you think of it?
It's the best Mario Party on Switch. It is really good.
It is really good. I really enjoyed my time with it. To give you a rundown of what we were playing, we did a standard game on Mega Wiggler's Tree Party. And I got to play, I'm assuming you got to play with other people as well. It wasn't just you and your Todd.
I did. I played with 3 other people. And
so did I.
Yeah.
And for reference, all of the footage is mine, and I am always Monty Mole, just to give you an idea.
Oh, so, that's great.
Just look for who's winning. And incidentally, I want to point out, having the fourth player, who was an NUK representative, being named Obama, was not my idea. That was one of my comrades.
So did you also get to try out the online modes, Alex?
I did, yes. I got to try out like the mini game modes as well. Like they, probably not going to have much to say about that, but we did get to try the online mode, including Kupathlon, which I'm guessing you did as well?
Yeah, we got to try out Kupathlon and also Bowser Kaboom Squad, an 8-player co-op mode. It was a bit weird, but I enjoyed both modes. I think especially the Kupathlon, that was really fun, and it's a good...
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a good way to get 20 people to play minigames, and then you do a minigame where... I mean, it's just so cool. So you do a minigame where you have to win to not get pushed backwards, and these minigames are hard. Every time we did them, there was only one person who stayed on, and it was not any of us players. It was an NPC. So you get like pushed back 20 spaces. So the further you are ahead, the further you get like pushed back, and it was a really good mechanic.
I really enjoyed it. It reminded me, in terms of like the multiplayer layout, it reminded me most of something like Tetris 99, where you're doing kind of like individual work, but you can send items. I don't know what the impact was because I was so focused on my game, but you can like send items that you pick up to other people to try and like knock them down a peg or two. I don't know what the impact was, but it really felt like kind of like Tetris 99 Super Mario Bros 35. Rest in peace.
I think it's the right way to do it, and you'll still have normal Mario Party because, Alex, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Wiggler board, because the presentation of this game is out of this world. The way the camera angles are, the way that the character animations, every time it's your turn, they do like a little thing and then they get pushed to the side. The UI, everything is just notched up to the next level, and it is so pretty. It
really is. I love the way that this game looks. And the game also feels a bit snappier. I know that I think you can even speed certain things up, like long things of dialogue. Yeah, you can hold L or R to fast forward when you like land on an event space, for example, which is a really nice touch, because certainly when you've been playing for a while, you just get a bit tired of just hearing the same thing over and over again. Oh, you got hit by a piranha plant. They took 6 coins. Next time it'd be 7. It's just like, yeah, we've heard it all before. So you can sort of like zoom through that. I don't think it skips it. I just think it makes it faster, which is a lovely touch. And very quickly, I do just want to I've got a little anecdote. When I was playing, one of the other players picked up a warp pipe at one point, and they decided to use it at the start of their turn. And they, and I was like, I just said to them very casually, I was like, I hope that puts you back 1 space, because they were on a piranha plant space, and they lost some coins. And they went in the warp pipe, the camera moves ever so slightly, they appear exactly 1 space behind, and I was like, oh, if I'd known I had this power, I would have said more. And then I said, it would be brilliant if you rolled a 1. They actually rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
So they ended up exactly where they were to begin with, but just with fewer coins. It was the best day of my life.
I mean, that's what Mario Party is all about, isn't it? Just
really
messing with your friends. There was a really, let's talk about items real quick, because some of the items were nice, like the warp pipe. It's not just a golden warp pipe, it's just a normal warp pipe, and it takes you to a random space. Love that, because you can get that early and just get away from everyone. But there was a really cool item where essentially you could put, so you know the dice where you can only roll 1 to 3. You can buy an item that makes everyone else in that turn roll a 1 to 3, which is just.
If only I had some footage to show that. Ideally, me doing that to all of the other players, which I absolutely did.
I love stuff like that. I love when you can mess with everyone else in Mario Party and everyone just gets mad at you. But then, it's like a push and pull. Sometimes your enemies are your enemies, and sometimes you're the enemy to your enemies. That was a lot of enemy words in one sentence.
It was, but you're desperate to talk about the mini games, I know.
Yes. I mean, I don't think I played a mini game where I was like, this was bad. They were all just really good. There was one where you have to cut steak in half, but it's uneven steaks. Yeah, it's amazing. And I think one of my favorite ones are the ones that are mind games. There's one where you are standing on buttons, and each button press, so it's a 2v2 minigame, and each button press moves this like a quarter, and you can jump on and off with like when it's counting down. So it's all about, okay, if they press, then this will go here, but then if I don't, it's all mind games, and it's really fun.
It's really good. I really enjoyed pretty much all the minigames. There was one that didn't really gel with me, and that was only sort of because it felt like a poor example of a 3v1. And I was the one, so I absolutely trounced everyone. But basically, they were all on this sort of like circular conveyor spinning around, and they were in balls, kind of like Monkey Ball. And I had a crane. Monty Mole had a crane. Run. I had to pick them up, and the other players couldn't really move fast enough. And I don't know whether it's just because I've been playing a lot of trendy game in Link's Awakening over the past couple of weeks, but it was dead easy. I just did it I think I missed once, but there's so much time. I got Alan, Jade, and Obama. So, I just felt that was very one-sided. It didn't really feel like the other three players had that much agency, because there were also a load of shy guys getting in the way. Yeah, you can pick them up by accident, but it's really not that hard. The claw's huge. But apart from that, they were all great. I really enjoyed all of them. Some of them are classics.
What was your favorite one?
Oh, don't ask me that. I really like the hammer one.
Yeah? The hammer one? What's that?
Oh, you basically, it's a motion one. So you've got to swing while holding ZL or ZR, and your character lifts up the hammer, and you've got to bring it down by literally bringing the Joy-Con down with the right amount of force. I don't know whether you can go over, but the nails are all different heights, so you're constantly trying to judge, can I get away with hitting it early? And a lot of the times you can, but then sometimes you'll misjudge it ever so slightly, and then you'll have to do another swing, which is obviously a time penalty, in order to get it fully down. That was great. Lovely little mini game.
I was going to say the motion, so I got to try a golf one where you have to just like move your Joy-Con around, and you can like flip your Joy-Con and then the ball jumps. The motion ones are also really fun. I mean, it is nice that you can turn them off, because I know not everyone, I mean, if you want to play with a Pro Controller, I don't know, it doesn't really work, but it is really like they are mashing together Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars in all the best ways.
Yeah, it is kind of the best of both worlds, plus some extra stuff as well.
Yeah, I was also going to talk about the UI real quick, because I love the way that they've changed it so it's all at the bottom, and you can see, okay, minigame is coming up after this player's turn.
Yeah, it's a small change, but even though you sort of like, you get a feel for it after a while, it's definitely not a bad thing. It's quite nice if you just sort of lose track of, when's the minigame coming up. You can just glance down now. You don't have to stop and think, was it after this person or this person? You can just glance down and, there you go. And incidentally, I do apologize to everyone watching this video for the amount of reactions that I and my fellow players did throughout the game.
No, but that's another
we
great
did a
change
lot.
they've done, because I felt like the reactions took up so much screen space. Now they've reduced them to just be in the bottom, and it doesn't obstruct the game as much, because I really did not like the reactions. But in this one, I was like, this actually works all right. It's again, they found a solution to, it was a tiny problem, albeit, but I thought it was quite annoying, because when you play with your friends, they are going to use the reactions if they can. And it was just small UI changes like that. There was also, so every time you start a mini game, they show you how many coins you're going to win. So first place will get 10, second will get 3, third will get 2, and then last place will get none. But then if you do like a bonus mini game, like when you get double coins, then it says so in the stars. And once you've done the mini games, you get on this little podium, and it's also really cute. And the presentation is just so pretty, and it's, oh my god, it's great, Alex. This is just phenomenal. I am very, very excited to just play the other boards and see the characters. And so also, what do you think about the character selection, Alex?
It's pretty damn good. I am gutted that there is no Diddy Kong. I'm not gonna lie. But I like the inclusion of Ninja and Pauline. I thought that was fun. I was a bit gutted that in my playthrough I couldn't play as Ninja. Ninja wasn't unlocked for some reason.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. Ninja was unlocked in ours, so there was someone. I mean, I always play as Waluigi in Mario Party, but someone was playing as Ninja.
It's a shame that I couldn't take Ninja out for a spin, but just one thing I just want to clarify very quickly, because this filled me with a lot of joy when I found out. Stars cost 20 coins.
Yes,
it is so good that is the case, because I was so worried it was going to be 10, and 10 is too low. It's too easy to get. It's too easy to get stars. And, I don't want to be this curmudgeonly thing here, back in my day, but I think 20 coins isn't unreasonable, and certainly towards the end of my session, unfortunately we didn't get to finish a whole game.
No.
But towards the end of the session, we were all looking, sort of like one person was on like nearly 40 coins, 80 coins. I was on 100 coins at the end. So there isn't a shortage of coins.
Yeah, that was my only concern, that you have a lot of coins, and I'm concerned that you have too many coins. But again, I didn't get to finish the game, so I don't know if there's ways that it evens out, maybe with some chance time or whatnot. But yeah, we did all have a lot of coins in the short amount of time we played. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see until we can play a full game.
One thing that I know that, because we chatted briefly beforehand, that I experienced that you didn't, was it was a mini-game, but the mini-game was tied to a new system, the Ally system, which is a little bit reminiscent of what we got in Super Mario Party. But this only happened on the final, what do they call it? Final push? The home stretch. The home stretch. DK just appeared and he's like, hey, I can be your ally, come and find me. And one of our players got to DK. And any one of us, like, they arrived, they didn't immediately get DK. We all had to go into a mini-game in order to win his favor. And this was a unique mini-game, which was essentially a little rhythm game. And it was great. It went on for bloody ages, like I think several minutes. But it was so tense because we all really, really wanted to have DK as an ally, because you can do things like you can buy 2 stars if you've got 40 coins, if you've got DK around with you and stuff like that. And there are other things as well that I'm sure I've forgotten about. But any one of us could have won. But the player who landed on DK's space, or passed it rather, does have an advantage. They had like a larger reticule to get like a decent hit in the rhythm game. They did end up winning, and then the session ended, so we really didn't get a chance. But I'm pretty sure that if any one of us had passed, it was Rosalina who got DK. If any one of us had passed, we would have stolen DK away.
Oh my god. So I know one concern that a lot of people have, because like I think on the Japanese website there was something about the ally, and people was like, do they roll a die? So Alex, do the allies roll a die?
They do not, but they do have a special effect before you roll the die, and unfortunately we weren't able to test it. So I can only assume that it is something that you choose to do rather than something that automatically happens, because with DK, you can use his barrel and you will just go to a random space. So I can imagine I can imagine that must be something you choose, because I don't think many people would want DK as an ally if they couldn't control where they were going. But if you're really far away, you're just like, oh, yeah. Kind of, I think maybe it's kind of like a free warp pipe that presumably you can use every turn.
That seems really overpowered.
It does, but bear in mind, these Jamboree buddies, which is the correct name, I've just seen it, these Jamboree buddies can be stolen. As I say, someone else can just walk past and nick DK from you. So you've got to be careful.
All right. Well, I'm excited. It sounds bizarre. I didn't get to that in my playthrough. But that sounds... I hope it's something you can turn off, or at least, I don't know, it seems like something that could mess up the Mario Party experience. But everything else with the game is so good that I really hope that they've just nailed this new mechanic, essentially. So just before we go, I think we should also just mention like what Bowser's Big Boom Kaboom Squad. That was not the title.
Bowser's Kaboom Squad.
Bowser's Kaboom Squad. Yes, so this is an 8-player co-op mode, and the way it works is that we're all going around and getting bombs, and you have big imposter Bowser. Yes, so that was the thing. I was a bit, wait, you can play as Bowser, but he's also an enemy. Yeah, it's just imposter Bowser. That's literally what he's called. So imposter Bowser is going around and trying to, I don't know, kill us, and then we are trying to get bombs so we can load the cannon, and sometimes there's a mini game, and we all work together to get the best rank, because the better rank you get, if you get an A on S rank, you have more items to choose from, and these items can be a hammer, they can be like a little boost pad that'll help you get all the bombs, because you have a timer, and you have to get all this done within the time limit, and it's really stressful. I mean, we managed to get it done in the end, and then you just get to beat up Bowser with motion. And it was great. It was really,
we didn't get that
really
far.
Good. You all get like this star power up, and then you just mash away. All 8 players just beat up imposter Bowser. It is lovely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this mode. It was fun to do something co-op for a change, and it's got a lot of unique mini games as well, or at least a handful. We had one where we had like skis. Everyone had like the same pair of skis on. They've shown it in the trailer, and you got to walk in time with Wiggler. And we did just have one Birdo that wasn't quite able to keep with the rhythm. But we did pretty well. I mean, I got a perfect to the end, I hasten to point out, so I didn't miss a single beat. But it's just a different way to play Mario Party. It feels very much like a side mode, but one that I think is worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll play too much. I think I'll just play main Mario Party. But it is really nice that they've put so much effort into these side modes. And one I'm really excited for that we didn't get to see was, remember there's like, in one of the trailers, there's one where you're on this platform and then Mario and another character have wings and they fly around. I don't know what that's about. That looked weird, but I'm really excited to see what that's about. So yeah, very, very stoked about the game.
Yes, I too am, as the kids say, stoked. But yeah, those are our thoughts on Mario Party Jamboree. What are you thinking? Do you think it's going to be a good? Do you think it's going to be a not good? Let us know with a comment down below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you run past that subscribe button, pick it up as an ally after playing an exceptionally long mini-game, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
That's how it is to play Mario Party with reactions, Alex.